Hello and welcome to Arberrang Gaming. My name is Warrior and this is episode 22 of my Let's Play the Banner Saga series. In the last episode, we continued with our caravan down the river. We came across several new characters that could be trouble later. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, we had to stop off on the riverbank and get into a fight while we cleared up some rubble in the river. And we also went into the training tent for the first time and realized that there's actually some scenarios to play through, and we can actually get some renown out of it. So yeah, I'm not too sure if it was like that in the first game. So yeah, we're gonna have to take advantage of that. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so let's see what Ivan has to say. You watch for a moment as Ivan, Juno's apprentice, and the mender found nearly dead at Ridgehorn, moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Now that I think of it, that's probably Juno, not Juno. Juno, Not a bad festival trick, right? I've seen worse. And I've seen better, like yours back in Borsgard with stopping Belor. For all the good it did, we saved quite a few, didn't we? Actually, I don't want to talk about that. We saved quite a few, didn't we? Indeed, and everyone knows how much it cost you. No one expects you to get over it anytime soon. Are you about to tell me it was for the greater good, but they expect me to lead like Alette didn't die? That they expect me to lead like Alette didn't die. It might sound cold, but the two things, grief and duty, can be separated. You sound like you have experience. More like plenty of mistakes to look back on. Part of becoming a mender. Can you talk more about becoming a mender? Any advice on separating the two? Any advice on separating the two? Focus on what you have to do at all times. When you're not focused on guiding the caravan to safety, focus on forgiving yourself. He notices your silence. Rook, without you, these people won't make it. They must survive. But what's important about these people? None of us knows what's coming. These people are the only ones we know we can save right now. It's that simple. Ivan picks up the repaired armor, hitting it with his staff to test it. I'm glad we could talk, but I need to check on the fighter who was wearing this. Okay. Now, heroes. Yeah, that's right. We have a full roster. We've got 32 renown though. So, do we bring up a couple of these lower levels? Yeah, you know what? No, let's. It's only 7 to promote her. Yeah, we'll give her extra health. Gives you a little thing there. And let's go. What does Rook have in his inventory? +3 break. Ah, yes, that's right. What do we got here? 20% crit chance. +3 armor. See, that'd be good on one of our melee guys for sure. All right, now you can keep that for now. God, leaf can go up again. Whoa, could always go screw it and get her up again, yeah. This stat is now maxed out and a talent can now be unlocked. Activate this start button to select one of the available talents. Ah, okay. Your strength negative their armor equals damage. Hunker down, robust. Strength is both damage and health. Yeah. What we got here? Dodge. Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use. Okay, so oh yeah, avoid strength attacks. 10% to cause puncture. Oh, see, that's the one I think I want to go with these. Yeah. All right, that's cool. Ah, cool. I was just going to give her some more willpower, but that's cool now that I know. Yeah, that's cool now that I know that we can get extra abilities. All right, and Ivor is well deserving of a promotion, so let's get him promoted. We'll give him an extra bit of break. And you know what? Let's give him armor. And +2 armor. We can give him. Let's get. Oh no, it's level 5 that he needs. Okay, well, screw it. How much is it? Yeah. All right. We're spending all our renown, and we're making him a tank. Alright, so we'll confirm that. Give him a little bit of extra strength, but we're going to negative that, and we're going to give him the armor. So we're gonna make this guy, well, either a tank, Harkin's our DPS or our damage dealer. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright. Harkin, he's almost maxed out, so pretty soon we're going to be able to give him extra abilities. That's going to be cool. Alright, well, that's sick. What's this? Knockback on strength. No. Okay, so we're doing extra break. A let's bracelet. See, there's got to be something better we can give her. She's a rank 3. -2 aggro. That might work for now, actually. Well, +1 move. That's not terrible. +2 armor. Do I give her -2 aggro? Yeah, I'm gonna give her -2 aggro for now. Alright, and yeah, I don't think we need to rest. But let's just go back into the training. Well, come on in and let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. What can you show me? Or are you here to actually learn something that could save your life on the battlefield? What can you show me? Plenty, says Sven, walking into the large tent. Try to keep up. Knowing how to not hurt yourself. Children can do that, Sven says. Show me you can actively mark prey. You think about what he's saying. You feel up to the challenge? Yeah, I'm ready. Then we begin, Sven barks. Alright, because I would like to get some of that renown back just in case we... Oh, jeez, here we go. Alright. Use mark prey to have 4 allies strike an enemy. Position your allies around the target so that 4 or more of them can strike when Rook uses mark prey. Remember that archers can attack from range and that lancers can use their spear from 2 tiles away. Alright. Rest, I want you right there. You come up here and attack this guy. You come up this here, and then we get Rook to mark this bloke. Yeah. So I will admit that it's something that I didn't use anywhere near to its potential, is using the special abilities. Oh, what? Oh, so you need to frickin' do it next to someone? Ah, for crying out loud. Oh, if I had a bloody known that. Because now I gotta wait for everyone to frickin' have their turn. Okay, when does Rook turn? Have his next fucking shot? Jesus Christ. Okay, I've got to make sure I've got all 4 of these guys alive. Which is that one now. Okay. Alright, step up and mark the bloody prey, for crying out loud. There you go. See, it would have been nice if I had have known not to step away from him in the beginning, but anyway. Mark prey. Now I know how to mark prey. 14 renown, that gets us a little bit... no one got any injuries from doing the training? Nah. Yeah, let's see. You know what? I'm just going to keep on doing training sessions. I know it might not be the most exciting episode, but at least it gets me renowned and we learn some things. Let that last lesson soak in a while longer, Sven says. I'll show you more later. You think about what he's saying. Ask about something else. Alright, well, that's just... put a halt to that then. Alright, leave. Let's go. Some of our heroes are injured and need to rest in camp. Yes, they are. Clansman forage, plus 19. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about? You ask Oddleaf. The clansmen were trying to help as much as possible now. She says, whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries, or fish and hunt. Well, that's cool. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. Nice. Oh, we got a burning town coming up ahead. A desperate looking lot of adults and a wal stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with either. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Slow the boats and ask their needs. The basics. the whale says, "Food, safety. Trade routes are empty. One of the 2 dozen humans, half look like they've seen battle. Here's food, you'll have to find safety elsewhere. Come aboard, you'll have food and safety. We've got too many to care for as it is." Wow. I can't say no. I can't say no. Come aboard, you'll have food and safety. Everyone carefully files into a couple of the less burdened ships and starts eating. Clip, the whale says, which you take as his name and his appreciation. 12 clansmen, 12 fighters, 1 whale. Morale declined. Shouts from one of the rear longships grabs everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. Bank the longships for repairs, have the clansmen board other ships, dump supplies to make room on other longships, ask the shipwrights for advice. You know what? Let's just go in for a fight. Ropes are thrown to those aboard the sinking longship and it is hauled toward the bank. A few dredge appear but keep their distance. Their glowing eyes and strange hums unnerve the caravan as workers make necessary repairs. Oh, we didn't even get into a fight, but morale was declined. That's okay, because I've been wanting to. We need to rest those heroes anyway. So let's just camp. Harkin wants to talk. Good caravan morale causes a +1 willpower bonus in battle. Yep, no worries. Harkin. The 2 wild look deep in conversation, but Ivor catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something. But what? Harkin's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing too, we might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. What happened back then? Says there's a darkness coming. Has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Yeah, you know what? Has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Both wild look at each other. There are rumours that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Scarled tales about the sound of a dredge's voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy? Is that normal? We're too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I guess if anyone has talked to them, it'd be the Walker. But good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Wildcars say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. I'll leave you two to figuring out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Arnolf's bridge. Let it go, Harkin. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of Varl's lives to build. Thousands of wild lives to build. If it weren't for your damn horns, Ingvar, I'd swear you were an overgrown human. The 2 giants begin trading insults and you step away, letting them vent. Always nice to get a little bit of backstory. Alright, rest. So we've got great morale. We should only have like one or two people left to heal. But with great morale, I don't think it gets excellent. I don't think it becomes excellent, so let's just leave. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns. You're close enough to make out a large shape on what looks like fur or hair in the net. Fire an arrow into the mess. Keep watching as the man hauls it out. Yeah, keep watching as the man hauls it out. Bear cub, shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide. You notice bulwark, I suppose it would be bulwark, at the bow of his ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Alright, what's happening in this village? Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. We'll help as many as we can. They might resupply us for our trouble. You want me to turn my back on them? Ignore the village and head downriver. See, this is the thing, right? You feel the governor's gaze on you and he slowly shakes his head. And see, if we don't... they might resupply us for our trouble. I mean, the whole playthrough so far, I have been like erring on the side of helping people. But then that has got us into trouble a couple of times. They might resupply us for our trouble. Ivor cocks an eyebrow, and who will resupply them when they realise their trade routes are blocked by a dredge? You give him a look and wave the ships to shore. When the ships land, you and a few others rush toward the smoke, but the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going, Bulwark growls. We'll see what the dead are carrying. The Wild's comments defies tradition, but so do many things about him. Yeah. Push onto the village to investigate. A barn is the only thing burning. No one is around. Unusual, Oddleaf says. Some kind of trick. Feels that way. Let's get back to the ships. Not sure, but let's look for supplies while we're here. Maybe that fire trapped someone else. Not sure, but let's look for supplies while we're here. Your village is stripped of anything useful. Those around you are frustrated by the wasted effort. After a slow trudge back to the others, Ruger stands aboard a ship, shaking his head. Some thieving bandits ambushed us and took off in a supply ship while you were on your do-good mission, he says. We'll be even more crowded now. Glad you're at the helm. Go fuck yourself. And like, we were the only ones that were fucking able to fight, you know what I mean? I'll tell you. A large clump of hazelnut trees looked like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a while on the edge of the clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods. A wild whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the while before slowly backing up. Kill it before it alerts. Kill it before it alerts on the dredge. Your arrow wedges in between two plates of stone armor and the dredge cries out in a strange warble. It runs, eluding your second shot before disappearing in the trees. The Wile, who made no move to chase the dredge, says, "We'd better get everyone to stop looking for food and head back to the boats." He sounds vaguely irritated. Everyone watches the shoreline in silence, but no sign of a dredge force is spotted. Some complain about running from a single dredge, but most just stay quiet and vigilant. You can't fucking please everyone. That's what this game teaches you. You can't please everyone.
On a vacant island. Asilai's godstone almost looks lonely.
He's even more beautiful than the songs say. This is an actual carved person. That's cool. Clansmen and Wal are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. Its bulwark and his ravens. Alio says, they looked rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer, let me introduce you to Asali, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us travelling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone, inscriptions from all those who were lost but found a way back home with her help. Listen to more of Alio's tale, search around the stone for anything of value. Listen to more of the tale. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Alio looks at the ropes tied around parts of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Alio looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? Pull on one of the stronger ropes. You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected, and Asali's godstone does not budge. Suddenly, you are joined by Harkin and Ivor, who lend their great strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps and everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. Morale improved. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with other families, and after making sure nothing is amiss in your tent, you let it go. Okay, speak to Sven in the training tent. Okay. Let's rest. We're up to good morale. Yes. The trainer looks past you at some boys and girls eager to learn, teaching fighting to the young. Sven muses. They won't go back to hunting and foraging for food, you know. Sure you want to go through with this? We need the protection. Sven blows out all his air through flapping lips. Then let's get it done. How many you want fighting for you? Can you train 200? 100 new fighters will do fine. 50 should be enough. You know. $100 new. We got enough food and water to last us a day and a half. Sven asked. That's what it'll take for me to break them from running at the first sign of trouble. Alright, make it happen. Consider it done, Sven whistles through his missing teeth. Well, that's cool. Morale's improved. We've got a whole bunch more fighters. Alright. Leave. Oh, here we go. We're starting to come up to the break in the world. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning on over the sides to touch the water. Some Wyland clansmen look annoyed. Remind everyone this will be over soon. Say nothing. Keep your kids by your side. We're at war until Arberrang. Move families to specific longships. Keep your kids by your side. Some mothers give you irritated glances while a few while smile in your direction. Regardless, there is no denying the children are safer by their parents' side. Cool breeze across the water works its way into your cloak. You shift to block the wind and feel something press into your hip. You feel around it and find another item in your back, but do not remember obtaining it. Oh, a Saley's Trail. That's cool. We'll have a look at what that is soon enough. Sheer cliffs and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The droning sounds of the dredge accent their quicker pace as they follow your ships along the northern bank. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. "Waterfall!" shouts the sharp-eyed Nid from the bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse and you nearly lose your balance. Jeez. Yeah, that's brutal. Well, doesn't look like we're going down river any longer. The roar of the approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts, while all the clansmen you picked up keep the ships from being nimble. Nid's warning allows time to react. It's a struggle, but no longships are swept over the waterfall. +5 renown, nice. The remaining ship's rowers pull hard, heading for the dredge-lined northern bank. In their haste, the vessels smash against sharp split rocks as they push toward the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boats, sinking in mud under the weight of their armour. -10 fighters, Devo. The longships are too spread out to command a unified landing. Amid the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout wild warrior, and a few others like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bulwark and his company are close to you, hauling their sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. Cover the battlefield with arrows. Odd leaf. We could use some help from the Ravens' bulwark. Gris, make an opening in their ranks. Charge. Let's shoot some arrows. I'll do what I can, she says, grabbing a couple more quivers. Oddleaf nimbly climbs some rocks for a vantage point. Using the cover, she begins pinning down the dredge. So Oddleaf's out. Let's bring Nid in. Harkin is definitely in. Ivor is in. Let's go with let's go with Kruma. And let's go with the Prince. But he can go there. Oh no, he can go last. Yeah. Alright. Ready for battle. Okay, I actually just noticed that we're 35 minutes into an episode here, so... Ooh. Rain of arrows damages and stuns enemies. Oh, that's cool. Alright, anyway, I'm going to stop the episode here. Cliffhanger. I know. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, so hopefully you'll come back and watch the next episode and see how we get through this battle. So yeah, thanks for joining me today, especially if you've made it through to the end of the video. Please like the video if you've been enjoying the story, and consider subscribing if you'd like to continue on this adventure with me. As always, feel free to leave a comment and give me some feedback. Maybe you think I made the wrong decision, or you want to say hi. I don't know. Whatever you want to say. It's up to you. Yeah, so hope you all have a good day. Never stop loving life.